There's a quote by Federico Fellini that goes like this: a different language is a different vision of life. And I'm bringing this quote to you today because it is the great summary of a very important insight regarding business vision development. Well, first of all, let me specify that I am not talking here about a vision for your business. I am talking about a business vision. And you might be like, okay, what? These are the same, right? No, these are different. A, a vision for your business is your view in the long term about how you see your business grow, the path that it takes to have the impact that you want this business to have, whether the impact is revenue impact, impact in terms of life, of market, whatever the case might be. Now, a business vision is about your view for the future of the business environment around you, whereas this environment is just a small community or the whole world. So it is really about how you express your view for how your clients should work and operate differently to grow and have a better life or be more wealthy, or again, whatever the case might be. But I am talking here about a business vision, right? Back to our quote, a different language is a different vision of life. Well, a business vision, you develop it the same way through language development, through stretching your zone of comfort in finding new ways to express through written, verbal, or visual language what you see in the future that should happen in the business world around you, right? Visionary leaders explore their vision through using language with themselves, with their inner voice, through language when they write, and through conversations as well. So it's really how we develop a business vision. It's through changing, evolving, modifying, adapting, evolving the language that we use to express what we see for the future, why it is important and why it is urgent that we do something differently, that we operate on this planet, in this country, in this community, in this industry, in a way that should be differently, should be different, right? So really, it's interesting to see that there is not really any other way. If you think that your vision is static, well, maybe you should look at how you evolve, how the world around you evolve, how your business also will evolve, how your clients are changing their expectations, their needs, their wants, their appetite, their budget, everything, right? Their priorities. And so therefore, your vision needs to adapt to what is happening around there. And the best, most natural way to do this is, once again, to do this through language. So I hope this quote helps you identify something that can be sometimes subtle and maybe surprising, which is that really your business vision should be a matter of language. So practice it every day. Write down, discuss with your friends, have conversations, debate. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to agree about what is the vision that you have for the work that you do and for the market that you serve, right? I'm bringing this because I always see this missing in the strategic narrative system that I help my clients develop. Most of my clients will know, they'll be able to talk about their business in a very self-centered way. It's very business centric. Yeah, we are the best at this. We do XYZ, and in 5 years we want to grow to this number of people or that revenue, and we want to expand geographically, and we want to launch those products and so on. Okay, that's great. But now, if you look around, why do you want to do this? Tell me about your vision for why the world needs to, again, operate differently. Therefore, I will understand why it is required, why it would be good that your business evolves, and why, maybe if I'm a client, why it would be good that I work with your business. But your business vision really gives the necessary context for people to feel like, yes, they are in alignment with your business. They are in alignment with your brand for the impact that it wants to have, for the reason why it exists. In other words, for the purpose of your business. And if you don't have that, you're really limiting the potential to onboard new believers to your business, almost as if it was a movement. You really limit the potential to build connections on the basis not of just simple transactions, but on the basis of shared values, of excitement for change to happen in the future. That's what you're not tapping into. That's the energy you're not creating. And that's why I bring this topic to you today. And you could do that by exploring different ways to express what you see at first internally and what you see collectively with the people that you work with. So a business vision is a process. I really see it as a process, not just a product like a 100 slide deck where everything is described about, from A to Z about how how your company is going to operate, the organization, the financial statements, the market, the problem, and all that. No, a business vision is a process of continuously developing a relationship between what you are sensing and what is happening around you, and therefore why it makes sense to work with you, buy from you, invest in your business, believe you, follow you, and so on. It's really at the core of the strategic narrative method that is really a marketing strategy method, in fact. It's really at the core of that method. And I talk about this in my book, Strategic Narrative, a simple method that business leaders can use to make everybody understand their business, believe in it, and follow it. So I bring this to you because, once again, I want you to realize that it's a process that you can harness and tackle and fuel if you use the power of your words. And most of the time, very often time, I'm just not going to generalize, but many times, maybe too many times, that's what I'm trying to say here. Too many times, we want to delegate. We want to delegate to other people the ability to build a business vision. And I think that's a mistake. I think it should be co-created. I think it should be owned by you, by the leadership team of your firm, by the people that really are paid to create future value for the company. Typically, it's people who are in a position of power or of authority in a company. But I'm also open, and I actually think that there is a lot of potential here in opening this conversation to everybody in the company. And I have been involved in exercises with fairly large companies that involve just everyone, because you never know where the insight, where the wisdom is coming from in an organization. It's not just because people at the top are paid to do it that it comes from the top. But I still believe that it is your responsibility, if you are a CEO, a founder, a business owner, to facilitate this conversation, orchestrate it, and trigger it, and make sure that on a regular, frequent basis, you use your language ability to create a different language so that the vision of the world, the vision of life from the company, from the group that is working with this company evolves, so that it's different, because we need to adapt, right? That's the essence of Federico Fellini's quote here. A different language is a different vision of life, right? It's an evolutionary process. And he wrote this quote in the context, obviously, of adopting and learning different language from different countries, different culture, right? But if you've noticed, every industry, every organization has its own language, has its own vernacular, has its own jargon, has its own ways to discuss things, right? And that's truly when you explore different ways to talk about things, that you will differentiate not only inside the company, but very importantly, outside the company. So many times people tell me, okay, how do you differentiate? How do we do that? Should we say that we are more this, that we're more that? Should we tell, the market here that we've got so many years of experience, or we're different because we dress differently, we think differently, whatever the case might be. I said it 3 times already. Language and differentiation comes and start from learning, exploring, shaping your own different language about the impact that you want to have and the world that you want to see in the future. All right. So much to say about a simple quote, and probably not everything that I could talk about this simple quote. And as always, I hope that this is an insight that you will reflect on, that you will make good use of. And I hope that this motivates you to use your language abilities again to develop a better business vision. I'll leave you with this one more time. A different language is a different vision of life. Thank you.